Let's talk about what's going on with the Jeff Nippard stuff.
Jeff, you have 595 videos and you were able to find 10 times in 595 videos where you said you should train hard.
How can we trust Jeff Nippard?
If you've been anywhere near fitness, YouTube lately, you've probably seen clips or full videos exposing things about Jeff, from fake programs to claims about fake research. Now, I'm not here to throw shade or pick sides. I just want to break it down clearly for everyone who doesn't want to go through hours and hours of YouTube videos. So there's no noise, there's no bias. It's for you to understand and really know why this blew up so fast. So here's a bit of the backstory. There's a guy named Solomon Nelson. He's a researcher who actually worked behind the scenes with Jeff on some of this training programs and the whole system basically for science-based lifting. And according to Solomon, a lot of these programs weren't finished. He said they just had the wrong exercises, unrealistic progressions, and in some cases, things that didn't even make sense scientifically. Obviously, the whole point of their programs is to be like the science bro, but it didn't even make sense to that. Now, he tried to raise these conflicts privately, but instead fixing things, he claimed he was cut off completely. That's when he decided to take everything public. So basically, Solomon drops this massive expose full of screenshots, emails and drafts. It's like revealing a mob syndicate with ledgers and stuff. Same type of concept, but for the science bros. Now, all this stuff was showing that he was actually part of Jeff's program development process. Then all of a sudden, it just gets deeper. He starts exposing something he calls the science-based circle. Basically a small group of creators who all promote each other, defend each other, and kind of keep everything within their territory. Sounds familiar? Sounds like the Sicilian Mafia, man. Sounds like an actual full mob, a gang, you could say. This small group tend to keep everything within their ecosystem. So if someone from outside questions their methods, they're labeled as misinformed. Hence, the Dr. Israel and Greg Doucette clashes. If someone from inside questions anything, they're removed. And that's exactly what Solomon said happened to him. Now, this is where things got people talking, because for years, Jeff Nippard's brand has been built on science-based training. He's been that #1 science guy, but he's the guy everyone trusted. No gimmicks, just straight data, studies, and facts. But Solomon basically said, behind the scenes, it's not always about science. It's about that cash money, that business. He called out how this circle of creators back each other no matter what, till the very end. Like no one ever calls out each other out publicly. If one of them messes up, they all defend it. They all benefit from that credibility, you know, from that ecosystem, from that mob mentality, from the gang. And honestly, that's what made people question everything. Now here comes the wildest part, the ticker, the PhD controversy. Solomon claimed that one of the main research papers connected to this group had serious scientific errors, and when people asked for clarification, the response was, oh, that was just a draft version. But here's the issue. A PhD draft doesn't get uploaded to official university databases. It doesn't have supervisor signatures, so the explanation does not make sense. That's when people realized maybe this wasn't just a small mistake. Maybe it was a bigger credibility issue. After that video dropped, everything blew up. Obviously, with other influencers making their input comments, it just spread like wildfire. People started flooding the comments, pulling up receipts, making reaction videos. It was everywhere. It still is, man. Some fans defended Jeff, saying Solomon was just bitter or overreacting. He's just a little b-boy. Others said the evidence was too detailed to ignore, which you can't. And honestly, no one expected something like this to shake the science-based community, because this is the group everyone trusted to be above this kind of drama, that guides all the muscle heads, guides everyone. That's where like this whole community came from, man, you know, from not training hard. The dudes who don't want to train hard, That's where it came from. Now here's my take. The biggest problem here isn't just whether Jeff's programs had mistakes or whether someone's PhD paper had errors. It's the culture around it. When science becomes a brand, people stop questioning it. It's no longer about truth, it's about the rep, the mob's rep. And that's dangerous. Because when you build a community about being the most correct, you leave no room for error. And that's how the real science dies. Not from misinformation, it's from ego. Look at famous professors in the past. They'll tell you the same story. Read history, it will tell you the same story. Here's where it stands now. Right now, Solomon's channel is blowing up. Jeff hasn't made a detailed public response yet, just continued posting like nothing happened. And the community is split. Half are defending Jeff's years of service, value that he's put in. The other half are calling for transparency and accountability. Either way, it's a moment that's forcing everyone in fitness YouTube to look in the mirror and ask, are we actually helping people or just protecting our own image? At the end of the day, I'm not here to put fuel on the fire, cancel people. I think Jeff's done a lot of good for the fitness industry. But the situation shows how much the science-based side of YouTube needs to evolve. It's not that it needs to be evolved exactly. I feel like it needs to be kept within means. Some of the things are a bit outrageous. Transparency shouldn't be an option because once trust is gone, it doesn't matter how many studies you cite. People just ain't gonna believe ya. So yeah. That's what's really happening behind the Jeff Nippard scandal, and it's probably not over yet. Things are still developing even as this video comes out. What do you think? Can he bounce back from this? Or has the science-based movement lost all credibility and momentum to continue within this industry? If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon below so you'll never miss my videos. And let me know in the comments what your views are, what your opinions are, and if this is the type of content you'd like to see. Take care.